Welcome back, guys, if you're returning, and welcome if this is your first time stopping in. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'm honoring a request for green bean casserole for Thanksgiving dinner. I have already uploaded the recipe for my cream of mushroom soup. I'm using 1 pound of fresh green beans that I have cut up and cleaned and washed, 1.5 cups of the cream of mushroom soup. The onions I'm using here, I will show you the recipe at the end of this video if you want to stick around for that. And then just salt and pepper and we're good to go. First thing I'm going to do is steam my green beans, and then I'm going to salt them with about 1/4 teaspoon of salt and add about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. You know I don't like killing my vegetables, so I don't really like to make this recipe, but hey, it's Thanksgiving, right? And then we're gonna add the cream of mushroom soup and just mix that in nicely. To get a neater end result dish, mix this together in a bowl and then pour it into your baking dish. And then I added a bit of the onions, and I'll pour the rest of the onions on the top of the casserole. And about 20 minutes later, in a 350-degree oven, there is our green bean casserole. It didn't take too long to cook, but yeah, it's good to go. So you can serve this and enjoy. Stay tuned for the onion recipe. Alright guys, so this is how I made the onion rings, if you want to call them that. I sliced up 1 large onion with my mandolin. You can use a knife if you don't have a mandolin, and just ease out the rings. And then we're going to pour in 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. I was hoping that those would help. That would help crisp up my onions. So yeah, just nicely coat that. Make sure all the rings are coated with the cornstarch. And then we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of oil. Just drizzle that in. And then we'll season that with about 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then you just want to give that a nice mix. Just make sure all the rings are coated with the oil and the seasoning. And then I'm using a cookie sheet, but I placed a baking rack over it. I'm hoping that the air can circulate and make the onion rings crispy. I have my oven at 425 on convect. Since it's high heat, just make sure you're checking these quite often so that they don't burn. And yeah, it took about 15 or so minutes, and they actually came out crispy, but I made them the day before, so by the next day they weren't crispy anymore. So make yours on the day of. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.